Sometimes dreams do come true. This player is about to get the chance that millions only dream of. The chance to see if he's got
He
what
has made it to the show, and maybe it's a little bit earlier than anticipated. Let's bring in the mayor, Sean Casey, for more. Case, how surprised are you? He's getting the call to the bigs this early in his pro career.
Well, I knew we were going to see this guy. I knew we were going to see him probably later on. This is a little earlier than I thought, but when I look at his numbers and I see the productivity that he's having, I'm not surprised they called him up.
And Sean, the game is younger than it's ever been. More and more organizations are letting young guys get their shot at the big league level. How big of a trend is this?
Well, yeah, I think you're seeing more and more guys, organizations develop guys at the big league level. So if they do well in the minor leagues, they're calling them up and they're saying, hey, keep your development going at the big league level. And I think that's what we're seeing with this guy.
And Case, the chance to work with big league coaches and staff daily, how important is that to his development?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Having the big league staff work with you, obviously, I think they have a different level, of seeing the game. And also, as a player, when you get to the big leagues, if you want to be a big leaguer, you got to do well against big league players. So you can't teach experience. It gives you that experience to face the guys that you're going to face for the next few years.
Listen, nobody's going to sit there and say the kid can't have his day in the sun, mom and dad in the stands, major league debut. But take it easy. The sport is littered with these hot shots who come up, get all excited, maybe even have a couple of decent days, but baseball's 162 games. Cream rises to the top, and then all of a sudden, after 20, 30 games, he fizzles, loses his confidence, and we ship him out of town. Be careful. Sticking to the back seat right here, we doing laps. Why somebody feeling trapped? Never hating, just graduated. I've been under the cap. No cap. You had a dash through the map. I've been around the world and now, you're true to that. Now who is that? D-I-G-Y, from generation D, but I be designated.
And it's one of the most intriguing times of the year for everyone around baseball, including the fans. It is the trade deadline. We bring in MLB Network analyst Ron Darling. Great to have you back, Ron. From a player's perspective, there's got to be so much chaos around the trade deadline. What's your memory of that?
Yeah, you speak with it in such glowing terms. It's not always like that for the player, because usually by that time you have a family, you have children, they're in schools, all of those things that makes life a little more difficult. You're going to be leaving a lot of your friends that you grew up playing ball with. That's a hard thing to do, and you're going to be going to something unknown, to a team that you don't know, players that you know only peripherally. So those are the difficult things. And at the same time, once you get there, you have to be awesome. Those are the pressures that happen at the trading deadline.
a coach draws a player's attention to a recent trend in his numbers.
Summer from the back.
J.J. Miranda next up for the Braves. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. And first offering is fouled off. Righty delivers. He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a little roller right side. Slater fires over to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. J.J. Miranda, the next to hit.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Swing and a broken bat flare towards left. Grabs it barehanded to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Well, you could tell he was sniffing that hit all the way. Great hustle getting down the line. Tied him up really well with that pitch inside. Couldn't get it out of the infield, but somehow turns it into a knock. That's a thing of beauty, and some hits just don't make sense.
Got him! Huge strikeout there. Right side, Harper gets there. He's under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in Atlanta, all set for the start of the inning. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Hit on the ground to the right side. And he takes it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of...
Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. The 1-1. On the ground, could be 2. Throws to second for 1. Back to first for 2, and that'll do it. So the lineup flips over. Austin Slater stands in. 1 for 2. 2-1 now. On the ground to first. Can't glove it cleanly. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. J.J. Miranda next up for the Braves.
Now back, the first baseman, J.J. Miranda.
Up the middle, Munoz gloves it. Now 2 out.
Yeah, that was a wasted arm.
No outs. Runner at first. Here's a speed threat. J.J. Miranda. 1 for 3. That's pitched downstairs. Yeah, that's ball 1.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
And a 1-1. In the dirt.
1 ball.
And an excellent job keeping it right there. Swing and a miss, the velocity. So digging in, Kyle Farmer. He's already homered here in this one. Right-handed reliever. Towards first. And he handles it himself for the out. No outs, runner at first. J.J. Miranda next up for the Braves.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
Right guy, right spot. Need you.
Slapped foul.
Good turn. Drive him in, kid. Let's go.
Next one misses, and it's 1-1. With a single base runner because of all the power, they are dangerous to tie this thing up or take the lead. Tying run at first, the winning run at the plate. Another throw over, and he's back in that time as well. Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Cut on and miss, struck him out, and 1 out.
ball game. For the victorious Atlanta Braves, 7 runs on 15 hits. No errors. They left 12.
J.J. Miranda digs in now.
Batting first, the first baseman, J.J. Miranda.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Hey, get a good one. Get a good piece on it, huh? Let's go.
And the right-hander deals. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Fought off foul.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Stays alive. At the belt and fires. And now it's even up.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating...
Over to second for one. On to first in time. Double play. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Ground ball right side. Miranda picks it up. The flip to the pitcher covering. And that'll do. Man at first, J.J. Miranda. Next up for the Braves.
The first baseman, J.J. Miranda.
Swung on, belted. That one back there. It bangs off the wall. Run comes across all the way from first to cut the lead. It's 5-2. Here's Austin Riley. Grounded out his first time up. He's trying for third. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Schwarber makes the grab, and there's one down. Jake Fraley next up for the Braves. Oh, 2 now. Runner breaks for third. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 5-3. 2 outs, base is empty. And now, Brandon Marsh. The pitch. To the right side, Miranda collects. He steps on the bag, and the inning is over. J.D. Martinez stands in.
Now batting, designated hitter, J.D. Martinez.
A little roller up along first. He handles it himself, and that is the third. Next to hit, J.J. Miranda, 1 for 2.
Now batting, first baseman, J.J.
Next offering is down low, and that's ball 1. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
1-1.
The pitch. In there. And so now 1-2. The wind of the pitch. And that's outside. 2-2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. One down. Austin Riley getting ready to hit. Syndergaard to throw over. Miranda back on a dive. To first, and they've got him picked off. Miranda hung up in a rundown now, and he's safe at first. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again.
Nice hit, kid. Yeah, baby.
Swing and a base hit. Miranda around third. But now he's caught in between, and they put the tag on him. So 2 down. J.J. Miranda will hit next.
Now batting, the first baseman, J.J. Miranda.
To the right side, Slater handles, gathers, and throws to first. And that is that. One gone, runner at first. And digging in for Philadelphia, Kyle Farmer.
Kyle.
Kicks and deals. Oh, and that deflects off his glove. Over to first, and there are 2 outs. 10-4 is how it ends. Roger Dodger, ground beat control. Thanks for stopping.
He's playing in the Mets-Braves rivalry for the very first time. Ron, why is it so important to establish yourself in these divisional rivalries?
Well, I think when you look at these collisions in the division, I think what's really important is to put this into perspective, that the great players on that team you're going to be playing against for the next 4 or 5 years of your career. So if you're facing one of the better players for the Braves, or the Braves are facing one of the better players for the Mets, just know that this is not just today. This is going to be 19 times a year for the next 5 years. You're going to have to figure out how to be better than that guy. And that's not easy.
No, it's not easy. No pressure, right? And if you're on the visiting team, even more of a challenge, right? Because you have to deal with all the boos and the crowd noise. Was that challenging for you, or were you able to kind of tune it out in that situation?
You know, I remember some of those rivalries and going into Atlanta or Chicago, and just how the fan reaction, not only at the field, but the snubs you would get at lunchtime, or people saying something to you as you'd pick up your coffee in the morning. It's an all-day kind of thing when you're in enemy territory.
Yeah, they make it known they don't like you, right?
A rookie major leaguer gets a small taste of the national media spotlight.
A rookie has a lot of expectations on them, and a lot of that comes from how they performed in the minors. You're Cliff Floyd. You know that. You know as well as anybody what you did in the minors. When you get to the show, it's meaningless.
Yeah, you can throw it in the trash. I'm telling you, it's just, you know what, you learn at the AAA level, but when you get to the big leagues,